All right, guys, so now we're gonna talk about reverse dieting, which is the process and the strategic increase in calories through manipulation of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins to be able to get you to a new level in your metabolism that we can manipulate more so you're able to see changes. Here's the thing, every time you jump into a diet or any kind of new cookie cutter program that you followed in the past, a meal plan and things like that, that's a very static program. There's not a whole lot of room to change. An ideal nutrition program is one where we're adjusting it on a weekly basis to be able to work towards a specific result and work with on what happens on a day-to-day basis and according to how you're feeling as well to be able to, again, to see those results that you're expecting to see. In this process, you may be wondering, why is Andres increasing my calories on a weekly basis? Because that doesn't make sense, because my goal is to, let's say, for example, lose body fat. If that's exactly what we're trying to accomplish at this point, what really is happening is the fact that you may be at this state right here, and if you think about it, you're eating very little, you're exercising more. What are you going to do at this point? Are you going to continue to exercise more and eat less to the point that you're going to disappear? You're not seeing the results right now. And if you keep going down, it's likely you're not going to see the results because of these same reasons that I explained in the previous part that we talked about metabolic adaptation. So the only thing that is left to do at this point is go up. And you may be wondering, that doesn't make sense, that's going to make me gain weight. If you learn anything from parts 1 and 2 of this video series, you realize that you're not going to necessarily gain weight, at least not in the long term. If anything, we're creating a new environment in your body that actually your body likes you a little bit more because you're fueling properly and giving it what it needs. And at that point, we can start manipulating everything down so you can see the change. But that may take time, and you have to be very patient through the process. If you don't develop that patience, what's going to happen is you're going to end up doing another cookie cutter program, another crazy diet. You're going to lose the weight, and then 3 months later, you're going to be back where you were actually at in the first place or worse. It's happened up until this point, and you're tired of that. Am I right? So we need to create a little longer period of time in which we are creating these changes to be able to see those results and actually maintain them and sustain those changes for longer. The way we're going to do this, like I said, is increasing in a strategic way your calories on a weekly basis to get you to a new baseline. Your weight may not change throughout that process, but you may feel better. Your energy may be higher, your sleep may be better, your exercise and performance actually may be a lot higher as well. So when you look at all those positives and you only compare it to the number on the scale, which doesn't really tell us anything at this point, honestly, which one would you rather have? Just the number on the scale move but feel like shit? Or you prefer to actually feel better, feel good, and then maybe the number on the scale for now is not changing? Honestly, I would always choose the stuff on the right. I would always choose to feel better because, again, that's something that should give you a sense of accomplishment, and it's what we call the non-scale victories. At some point, we're going to start maybe bring things down, and you're going to realize that once we break that plateau, this is how we do that, then you're going to start seeing those changes. So once we get to this point and we increase your caloric strategically through manipulation, like I said, of carbohydrates, your fats, your proteins, according to your day. So sometimes your active days, you're going to consume more calories than your days that you're not active, in which you're sitting down and watching Netflix all day. In those cases, we adjust your nutrition to be able to meet those needs, but that is a process. It's a process that is kind of like a stair. We're taking one step at a time. We're going one floor at a time to be able to get to this point. We don't want to do this very rapidly, from one floor to the other, because it may take you to that kind of rebound effect that you've experienced in the past, which is nothing but resistance. It's just essentially what happens when your body goes from here to here very rapidly. Your body goes into a crazy mode, and we don't want that to happen. It's a step process. That's what reverse dieting is. That's why you have to be patient through the process. And if you're going through this right now, I promise you this is how you break plateaus that you've been on for months on. So we have to be patient. That's all I can tell you at this point, but it's science. It's a scientific and proven way for you to be able to kind of see the changes, because we're trying to get you to what your body really needs to be able to thrive, and then bring things back down very smartly and not dramatically, so you can see the changes and the results. Hopefully you enjoyed this video series. Later on, we're gonna be starting to learn more about specifics on macronutrients, carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. How do we manipulate that? How do we calculate that? And all this different information, because I want to make sure that when I give you nutrition recommendations, I teach you how to follow nutrition plans, you understand the why. Why are you eating this versus that? Why are you having this over that? And we're also going to talk about specific strategies and helpful tools to help you plan and adjust your nutrition so you can develop a lifestyle change in something that can be forever, not necessarily something that is going to last for a few weeks, for a few months, regardless of your goals. My goal with this kind of program is to give you and equip you with all the tools that you need to succeed at some point without necessarily needing me, but at this point, accountability is really important, and that's what I'm here to provide. Feel free to ask if you have any questions. Feel free to comment below or send me a message either via DM on Instagram, or if you're part of a coaching program with me through the portal or direct app messaging system, and I'll be happy to answer and chat about this. See you guys in the next one. Take care.